All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something huge from Apple. We're talking about a plan to pour hundreds of billions of dollars back into American manufacturing. This could completely reshape how and where our most advanced tech actually gets built. Okay, just let that number sink in for a second. $600 billion. I mean, to put that into perspective, that is more than the entire GDP of a lot of countries. And this is what Apple is planning to spend right here in the US over just 4 years. It's just a staggering amount of money. And here's the man himself, CEO Tim Cook, saying Apple is, and I quote, proud to launch our new American manufacturing program. So you see, this isn't just some random spending spree. No, it's a really focused strategy. The goal? To bring some of the most advanced manufacturing on the planet back home to the US.
So, to really get our heads around this, we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at Apple's massive $600 billion bet. Then, we'll dive into the American manufacturing program itself. After that, we get into the really cool stuff, building a US chip. And finally, we'll see how this powers Apple's future.
Okay, first up, Apple's $600 billion bet. Let's talk about the big picture. What does an investment this massive actually get you? Well, for one thing, it buys jobs, a ton of them. We're talking about supporting a massive network of over 450,000 jobs through suppliers and partners across all 50 states. And that's not even counting the people Apple itself is hiring. They're planning to bring on 20,000 new people directly in really critical fields like AI and engineering. All right, so a lot of those jobs are going to fall under the main engine of this whole plan, the American manufacturing program. So the big question is, what's actually being made? And where? So the centerpiece of this whole investment is this new American manufacturing program, or AMP. And at its heart, the goal is pretty straightforward. Get the best companies on Earth to build the high-tech guts of Apple's products right here in the United States. And look, this isn't just some plan on paper. It's already happening. You've got Corning in Kentucky making that super tough glass for iPhones and Apple Watches. Then down in Texas, Coherent is building the lasers for Face ID. And another Texas company, MP Materials, is handling the crucial rare earth magnets. I mean, these are real, high-tech parts coming out of American factories right now.
Okay, but maybe the most ambitious part of this entire thing is building a US chip from the ground up. We're talking a complete sand-to-silicon supply chain, all on American soil. So, how exactly do you build a state-of-the-art chip from start to finish right here in the United States? I mean, this is genuinely one of the most complex manufacturing processes in the world. So how is Apple actually stitching together a domestic supply chain to make this happen? Well, it really boils down to 3 main stages. First, you've got the wafers. That's the foundation. Second is the fabs. That's where the magic, the creation, happens. And third, you have packaging. That's the final finish.
So, step 1. It all begins with these things called wafers. They're these incredibly pure, thin slices of silicon, and they're made by a company called GlobalWafers America in Sherman, Texas. This is the very foundation of every single chip.
So what's a fab? You can think of it as a super advanced factory. It's where they take those blank silicon wafers and through literally hundreds of incredibly precise steps, turn them into functioning chips. It's just mind-blowing. And here's the thing. Apple isn't just betting on one horse. They're building a whole ecosystem of partners for this. You've got Texas Instruments in Utah and Texas, Samsung down in Austin, Global Foundries up in New York, and of course, the big one, TSMC in Phoenix, Arizona. These are the factories that do the actual creation. All right, step 3. The final step is packaging. This is super important. It's where Amcor in Arizona will package and test the chips. Basically, they get them ready to be put inside your phone or computer. And it's no coincidence they're in Arizona. They'll be packaging the chips coming directly from that nearby TSMC fab. So you build this whole supply chain. Wafers, fabs, packaging. What do you get? You get this. 19 billion. That's the number of American-made chips this whole system is projected to produce in 2025 alone. Just incredible. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit, because this is about more than just the chips. This whole investment is also about powering Apple's future, And that goes way beyond the hardware. Yeah, this investment, it extends far, far beyond just the components you hold in your pocket. Because while the American-made parts are a huge piece of the puzzle, Apple is also building the actual infrastructure for its software and services, especially for the insane computing power that AI demands. And you can see that infrastructure popping up all over the country. We're talking a new server factory in Houston, major expansions to their data centers in North Carolina, Iowa, Nevada, and Oregon, plus new R&D labs in Austin. It's a huge build-out. And that new factory in Houston, it's really, really important. It's going to build the advanced servers that are the absolute foundation for Apple Intelligence. See, by using their own custom chips in their own servers, Apple can run these powerful AI models while keeping all your data private and secure. And that's a combo this new U.S. infrastructure makes possible. So, is this the start of a new era for American high-tech manufacturing? When you add it all up, the massive investment, the new factories, a complete chip supply chain, the whole infrastructure for AI, it really makes you wonder. With one of the biggest companies in the world making this kind of bet on producing things at home, could this be the start of a real comeback for high-tech manufacturing in America? It's a big question, and that's what we'll leave you with today. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.